Now, I'm joined again by Monagea ladies football captain Yvonne Lee as they prepare for the Munster Intermediate ladies football final. I suppose, Yvonne, you're getting used to this. You've been so busy this year with finals and semi-finals, etc.
Yeah, I suppose we've been very lucky how we've been going all year that we've got into so many finals. But I feel like preparing for this one's a little different with it being a Munster final. There's that extra excitement around it. Like your goal, I suppose, the end of the year would be to win your county final, and you'd never think Munsters would even be there. And luckily enough, we actually have gotten there, and hopefully we'll be able to put in a battle and come out champions as well.
Yeah, what has the preparation been like since the semi-final win? We'll touch on the semi-final in a minute, but like you can even see the Christmas decorations in the background. Preparing for a match at this time of year must be very strange.
Yeah, it is. Like I even feel like I don't really feel that Christmassy because we're in the middle of sports, like, and you're not used to it around Christmas. But it's all the same. Like you're training your 2 nights a week, and nothing really changes because there's nothing else you can do. Like we're, I suppose, trying our best to kind of just keep everything the same and how we've been going, and just stay on form for the match and forget about how cold it is outside.
Yeah, the cold and the rain and the heavy pitches. What's it been like adjusting to that? Even in the months since you won Limerick, it has obviously got a lot worse conditions wise.
Yeah, it has. Now we have been lucky. I don't think we've ever actually been in a match that has been horrendous. Like the last game in the semi final, it was very cold, but there's been no rain or anything. So hopefully it'll be the same. But like the rain and the wind, it can really change a game, and you do have to kind of play for the weather. So there is a change in that sense that you need to be aware of. You won't be bouncing the ball really much in this kind of weather and all that kind of stuff. There's little small things that you need to look out for.
Yeah, and obviously you played a Munster Championship game already. You beat Valley Rovers in the semi final. Just talk us through that game.
Yeah, that was a very tough game, but we knew going into it was always going to be tough against up against the Cork team. But we started off really well and we started off really strong. And I think that's what saw us through it in the end because we were 8 points up at half time, I think it was. And they probably won the second half score wise, but because of our lead going into the second half, it got us over the finish line. And it was just, I suppose at the end of it, it felt a bit surreal to think that we were actually going into a Munster final because, as I said, our goal was really our county final. And after anything after that is a bonus, but it's now setting it that we're hoping that we'll be able to keep going and keep the winning streak going.
Yeah, it's been a long winning streak. But you mentioned there Kerry opposition. You'll have, or sorry, Cork opposition. You'll have Kerry opposition in the final. Castleisland, Desmonds. You obviously are well aware of the challenge that'll be on hand for you.
Oh, absolutely! Like between Kerry and Cork, like the standards of football are very, very high. Like, and we're a senior team playing intermediate, but when we're up against each other, there is no difference at all. Like we actually played Castleisland earlier on in the year in a challenge match, and they were missing, I think, a few girls, and they were still so strong. And I know that the weekend is going to be a really, really tough game. I'm just hoping that we'll be able to put in a performance that will hopefully might get us over the line. But we have a huge challenge up against us, without a doubt.
How beneficial was that challenge game that you know exactly what you're facing up against?
I suppose it's good in a sense. Now they were missing a few girls we know, but I suppose you look at it in a sense that they know about us as well. So it's like going into now like you would in a club match that we know each other, whereas usually in Munsters you may not know each other and you have to look through videos. But after one game, each team kind of knows each other and their players. So I don't know, is it a strength or a weakness for either side? Both sides are equal really in that part.
And we always touch on it when we're talking to you, just obviously the girls involved with Monagea and Newcastle. And we spoke, everyone is speaking about Loughmore, Castellini, but you're doing the exact same. Just talk to us about that, like, because it's an incredible run that Monagea and Newcastle have been on.
It's unbelievable. Like I think even after the Camogie, like we're looking at how many of us play for Monagea, and I think there's 14 of us overall. Like so, you can only feel the team alone with just the 14 of us from Monagea. But it's surreal, really, to think that we have gotten so far with both clubs. This year, like last year, as I said, the last time we were in both finals and lost both of them. So we know what it's like to be on the other side of it. But the achievement alone, I don't think it really has hit any of us yet that we can say that we have won the senior championship in both sports. But it's exceptional, and like we're training for football as well football at the moment, but we're also training for Camogie. Like so, there is no stop with all the training. There's no end to it.
But there's at least one more game in the legs before Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, Christmas Day.